Hi, Mikel. A first home defeat of the season on Sunday. Just wondering what the reaction has been like around the training ground and among the players since then.
The reaction has been excellent. We took a moment to bring the temperature down, to pause and to reflect and ask two questions. One is, how do we feel? And how do I feel myself? And then how we want to live the next 4 months. And it was so encouraging and beautiful, because what came out of that is very simple. We have earned the right to be in a great position in 4 competitions, and in the next 4 months we're going to live and play with enjoyment, with a lot of courage, and with the conviction that we're going to win it. And this is going to be the mindset and where we're going to put the energy. And I'm just hoping that everybody that is related to this club, especially our supporters, jump on that boat, because this is the way that we're going to live the next 4 months, because we deserve to live like this.
How did you do that reflection? Was that something you did on your own, or was it a presentation you gave to the players?
With the players. It was just a conversation about that. First of all, because I told them, first of all, how good they are and how grateful we are to share every single day with them, and with the position to realize where we are. And just let's make sure that we enjoy with a lot of conviction that is going to happen, because it's our moment and we really want it to be fun. Because the excitement, that conviction, that energy, that will is the way you have to live when you want to achieve a dream, when you want to achieve something that you play for 10 months. Because out of that, a lot of incredible things are going to emerge, some of the things that we cannot even imagine. And for me, that's the only way to live it, because we're going to give absolutely everything. We're going to prepare in the best possible way. And the best chance to deliver what we want is putting all the energy and channeling the energy into that direction.
Thank you. And then just finally from me, team news for tomorrow. There was no William Saliba, Jurriën Timber and Mikel Merino out on the pitch training.
Yeah.
Are they, I know Merino is suspended, but are the other two available, and is there anyone else who's not available tomorrow?
Those are out.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll go to Chris from Sky Sports.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
You mentioned bringing the temperature down. Was that because you're potentially feeling it from outside and also in the stadium?
No, it was because of the hectic schedule. So we play 4 away games in 4 different competitions, and it was a moment to pause and see who we are.
What do you put that down to? And does the team maybe need to kind of help more to get more out of your attacking players right now?
We want those numbers to be higher, but as well, I think we are 3 goals away from the best team, you know. So we are not that far, so the margins are still very small. Maybe they are contributing to another players as well to score a lot of goals, so to do other stuff. So we want to be the best in every stat, but it's very important that we can read the stats in the manner that are useful for us, and especially for our players.
For someone like Bukayo Saka, who I know is driven by numbers, when he goes through a run like he's going through at the moment, where he's got no goals in 13, how do you read that as his manager? Do you have to have perspective, or is it something that is a frustration for you and him?
Yeah, look, in the last 200 games, what he's done. Very simple.
Okay, we'll move to James from The Athletic.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Do you feel that in any successful season there comes a point where instead of just next game, you start to look more towards the finish line? Like you say, you start to look more at the prize that's in front of you, where it becomes about, we are going to do this now. You know, we're going to take this step together, a kind of turning point. Do you think that's this moment in this season?
No, I think it's still very early. I mean, the amount of games that we have in so many different competitions, that's going to be in the last 5 or 6 games, I would say. When you're talking different competition, I'm talking about the Premier League, if it's the Champions League, the moment you are in those semi-finals, then you are very, very close. That we are in the semi-final and with 1 game to play against Chelsea. That's a different story.
Yeah.
You've got the biggest squad now that you've ever had. As a manager, is it fun to have that many players, or like when we spoke to Christian a second ago, does that challenge and difficulty and the emotion of leaving players out sometimes ever become too much?
No, it's very enjoyable, and they make it enjoyable for the type of characters that we have, but as well the way they live their profession and how much they want to win with us. And that's the only way. And it's not about the numbers, it's about the quality of the numbers and the players that we have, the same with the staff.
So it's not about the numbers. I'm now going to ask you a question about numbers now, and I'm feeling quite self-conscious about that. But when it comes to the idea of the stats behind your forwards, in the last 10 Premier League appearances that your 7 forwards have had, in those 70 games, they've returned just 10 goals. And I just ask, why do you think that's happened, and what is it that needs to change?
The level of efficiency that we showed in certain actions, it hasn't helped to raise those numbers higher. Some others because we need to produce probably more for them as well. So it's a combination of different factors, but the positive way to look at it, okay, even though without this, look where we are. So we're going to try to undo that and improve in that area, and then the margin will be bigger.
Okay, we'll do 2 more. Firstly, from Kazakhstan media.
Hi, Timur Dusikev, Kazan News Agency. Can you tell us about coming game with Kairat? Did you analyze this team? What's the strengths, maybe sides it has, or weak sides? And can you tell about the main stuff?
So every opponent is very tough because they are very used to winning. That's first of all. Obviously, the conditions that they are coming, it's special because of where they are in the domestic league as well. But looking back at the games that they play against Real Madrid or Inter, for example, I watched both of them. They make it very, very difficult for them. So tomorrow we expect a game very similar. We have to be at our best because we want to win the game again, and we'll go for it.
Okay, Phil at the back from PA.
I know you've been sort of spoken about the supporters and that anxiety in the stadium, but do you think the reason that is because they're perhaps carrying the scars of finishing runners-up in 3 seasons, and that's why sort of everything's over-exaggerated?
It's going to be much more enjoyable, beautiful, and the outcome will be very, very good.
And Christian Norman, I was speaking before you about Martin and his captaincy and saying how good a captain he is. But he's obviously not getting as many minutes this season as perhaps he might have done. He came off in the second half, Martin. Is there a world in which he can no longer be the club captain for someone else, or has he got your full support in that?
No, there's nothing. I mean, the minutes as well are related because obviously he had 2 shoulder injuries and he was out for 6 weeks with a new injury as well. And then, we have the possibility to change games, and the games maybe require something different. And every player is very important to be able to achieve that.